first 3 fights all ended in less than a round, so Milligan now in his longest fight to date.
Well, this is good. It remains to be seen how much further it's going to go, because even though I had Milligan losing the first round, I think he was getting to Mean Mike Harris. And Harris seemed a little apprehensive coming out this round. He's staying a little bit further away. He's not trying to move in too close.
Harris is pretty well put together. He has wide shoulders, a big upper frame. He doesn't appear, however, to be in the condition that Milligan is, involving his whole body.
It's another thing he does do. Of course, Milligan is guilty of the same thing. They both telegraphed their punches.
Again, we're at the Brandywine Club. A sellout crowd on hand, over 1,200 people. And this the headline bout of the night.
Seems like the only one rooting for Mean Mike Harris might be his cornerman at this moment.
Right, his cornerman, his trainer is Sonny McCord, and cut man is Billy Carroll.
The smaller of the two, of course. Mean Mike Harris is doing a little roughing up. I think he's trying to intimidate Milligan. Milligan just landed a right hand. It didn't have a lot on it, but a little closer, we might have seen, again, Harris might have been on the floor.
Harris has been making use of that left jab. It appears that might be his better punch, though he does throw a lot of wild right hands.
Actually, at this point, Ray, neither fighter is doing much of anything, and it's a very difficult round to score because both are lunging in and hanging. Milligan constantly seems to be waiting on that right hand. He's throwing it all the time.
Halfway through the second round now.
Mean Mike Harris is making some nice use of that jab. He is hitting Milligan with it, and I think if he made more use of it, he'd probably fight a better fight. And notice the jab coming in there. It's a minute to go in the round, and not a hell of a lot has happened.
Again, Joe O'Neill, the referee, he's from Philadelphia.
There's a right hand by Harris that did graze the jaw of Milligan at that point. And actually, I'll tell you the truth, Ray, at this point, I believe that Harris may be stealing the round.
Milligan likes to hold that right hand up. He likes to cock it. And, of course, loads it up at will. I mean, he likes to throw that right hand, but the left hook has really been coming on for him since his amateur days, Gus.
Well, it has been that.
20 seconds left now in the second round, and so far the round appears to be fairly even as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I would tend to agree.
Good left hand, a good left hand that time by Milligan, right on the chin of Harris. It appeared to stun him just a little bit, and Milligan follows with a right hand. Now Harris traps Milligan in the corner and scored with a good uppercut. For top quality, cleanliness, and the best prices, when it comes to the best for less, for 30 years, it's Casapula Subs and Steaks. For freshly sliced cold cuts at the lowest prices, Casapula is the one. 3 locations, Ellesmere, Hockessin, and the Rehoboth Beach area. A family tradition spanning 3 generations. Don't just buy a sub, buy a Casapula sub.
Custom van headquarters in Wilmington? Sheehy Ford, of course, with dozens of vans available. Vans with color TVs, rear air conditioning, sofa beds, cooking units, complete stereo units, and other special options. Custom vans by Universal, Roadstar, Sands, Contempo, Leisure Editions, Santa Fe, and completely unique Centurion vans. Or we'll custom build a van to your specifications. Custom van headquarters in Wilmington? When you think of custom Ford vans, you think of Sheehy Ford on the Kirkwood Highway in Wilmington.
Third round action now. Milligan again, gold trunks, and Harris in black so far. It's been a fairly even fight. How do you have it, Gus?
Right
of course, this is the unofficial score. This is your own personal score.
Right, Ray. We don't know what the judges are looking at, but right now I have Harris, by virtue of the knockdown, ahead 10-9. I had the last round even.
Last round even, and Harris 5-4 in the first round.
Right.
Harris with the left-right that time.
I do notice, Ray, that Henry Milligan is starting to go downstairs. You might notice there's been some shots thrown at the body at this point.
Milligan now with a big right hand that looked like it just grazed the side of Harris's face. There's been a lot of holding on throughout this fight so far.
There has been a tremendous amount of holding on, and right now we're seeing even Harris and Milligan are both sort of throwing on a break. A lot of missing going on here. Milligan must have missed 20 right hands in this fight up to this point.
Well, again, as we know, as we talked at the beginning of the show, Harris taunted Milligan. Milligan's first couple bouts here, and Milligan, I think, really wants to try to knock Harris out in this. I don't think he'll be satisfied with a decision.
No, I don't believe he will either, but he's going to have to change his tactics a little, I think. I think he should jab his way in maybe and then start bombing. Of course, Henry Milligan is a slugger, and that's the way he fights.
It appears that maybe Henry is starting to wear down Harris just a little bit now.
Harris does seem a lot slower. His hands are dropping gradually, going lower and lower. In fact, he just took a short left hand. There wasn't much on it, but it could have hurt him earlier in the fight. There was a right hand that stung him, thrown by Milligan. I think it really did sting him a little bit.
Harris appears hurt right now, Gus. And again, Milligan, when he knows an opponent's in trouble, that's when he really is at his best.
He definitely has him hurt, and you might notice after he hurt him with the, I think it was a right hand, he went right to the body, and Harris is hurt and tired.
1 minute left in the third round, and Milligan now really on the attack. The punches starting to take their toll on Harris. I don't know if he's going to be able to. And Milligan finally puts him down with that left hand. Harris on the canvas. O'Neal counting Harris right back up, though, but he doesn't appear like he's really that he has all the senses right now.
Well, he's not putting up much of a defense. Even now, after getting up, he's not trying to move away. His hands are down low, and I think he's going to go again, Ray. At this point, he's done a lot of bragging before this fight, and I think it's come out in the wash right now. Henry Milligan is definitely the harder puncher.
Milligan hit him with a good and now Harris goes down again for the second time in the round. He falls against the ropes, but he was able to get his footing, and he's right back up now. The second mandatory 8 count in the round.
The ever ubiquitous smile came up again, too, Ray.
Harris just walked into a left by Milligan, and Harris is in big trouble right now.
This fight is not long.
Milligan just floored Harris with a right hand, and that's the end of the fight here in Pennsylvania. 3 knockdowns in 1 round. Calls for the end of the fight. Milligan victorious once again. A stunning victory, Gus, for Henry Milligan. Look at the emotion that Milligan's displaying.
He really wanted this fight. He wanted to win this fight very, very badly, I should say, because Harris was taunting all week longer for the last couple of months anyway about this fight.
The over 1,200 people here at the Brandywine Club on their feet. Milligan now is being embraced by a former trainer of his, a former co-trainer, John Thornton. And Milligan, I'll tell you, Gus, what can you say about Milligan that hasn't been said? He continues to shine here early in his professional career. He did put in 3 rounds this time. Let's have a look now at that third and final knockdown in the round. As you see, well, Gus, you could call it. Milligan connects with that right hand.
Okay, here we go. Here's the last knockdown, Ray. Mike Harris has just been knocked down, and here's Milligan finishing him off with a hard right hand. And it came from out of left field, and there is Mean Mike Harris. The taunting is over. Again, here's a replay again of the last knockdown. 1 hard right hand, and referee Joe O'Neal counting out.
Well, Milligan victorious for the 4th time in his young pro career. As a matter of fact, Gus, he's had 4 fights now, and I don't think it's totaled more than 16 minutes that he's actually put into the ring, because when he debuted here at the Brandywine Club back on March 20th against Garland Hall, Philadelphia, that went to 155 at the first, a knockout. Then it was Burt Reed from Philadelphia at 259 of the first round. And his third victim was Alex Stanley from Baltimore, Maryland, 110 of the first round. So I wonder if Milligan's win it. I mean, he's not used to going this far,
I'll tell you one thing, it's going to be very, very difficult to find out how good of a boxer he really is. He knocks him out before he has a chance to go too far. Of course, as the opponents are upgraded, it remains to be seen how he will do.
Okay, and of course, Charlie Messina, Milligan's co-trainer and manager, and that's Jimmy Arthur, the other trainer. The plan now is to shoot Milligan on down to Atlantic City and see what he can do with the big boys.
That'll be interesting to watch.
Okay, we're getting set now for the announcement of the winner of the fight. And again, the time, 2:59 of the 3rd round. Milligan victorious over Southwest Philadelphia's Mean Mike Harris. Joe O'Neal raises Milligan's arm in victory. And Gus, it's really been fun in front of a packed house, over 1,200 people. We're going to continue with more when we return after these messages.
The owner of license plate number PU819 red, sun-faded, rusting, flaking, peeling, dented, corroded, disgraceful, utterly disgusting convertible. Please move your car to another state.
Mako state-of-the-art auto painting and body repair. High-tech, low prices keep Mako on top.
Looking good. B0819.
If they're saying, uh-oh, better get Mako.
Waterbed Land is now in its 5th successful year, providing the finest quality waterbeds and always at discount prices. Waterbeds have become tremendously popular, and you know there must be a reason. Well, the folks at Waterbed Land want to remind you to compare value per dollar and ask all the questions you need answered before you decide. What does that price include? And who honors the warranty? Ask the questions. You'll find out the Waterbed Land difference.
Now 2 giant locations, Jefferson Ward Shopping Center and our warehouse outlet, 2nd and Green Hill, Wilmington.
Clemente Travel Center, providing you with service that's second to none 24 hours per day. Serving your traveling needs is their business. They have 16 daily departures to Atlantic City with 11 casinos to choose from.